we have never yet paid much attention to this center of Hamsa, which is, I think, very important for the Western world rather than for the Indian or the Eastern. The reason is, at the Hamsa Chakra, part of the Ida and Pigila come out and manifest. Means the expression of Ida Pigala is given through the Hamsa Chakra. So this Hamsa Chakra is the one that as if has not gone up to the Agya, but is holding on certain threads or certain parts of the Ida and Pigala. And they start flowing toward your nose, expressing through your eyes, from your mouth and from your forehead. So you know that Vishuddhi Chakra has got 16 petals which look after the eyes, nose, throat, tongue, teeth. But the expression part of it comes through the Hamsa Chakra of all these. So, it's a very, very important thing in a Western mind to understand Hamsa Chakra. There's a beautiful couplet about this in Sanskrit. Hansa Shvetaha Pakaha Shvetaha Ko Vedo Hansa Vakayo Nilakshira Viveketu Hansa Hansa Vakaha Vaka. Meaning the crane and the swan both are white. And what makes the difference between the two? If you mix the water and the milk together, the Hansa will just suck in the milk. So it can discriminate between the water and the milk. Why? The Baka means the crane cannot. It's a very significant thing for Sahaja Yogis to understand. Discretion is to be understood very deeply within ourselves, and how we develop discretion is very important in Sahaja Yoga. But before we go to that, let us see how this discretion plays a part very much in the manifestation of our expressions outside. We are the people in the West who always try to express ourselves outside. It's very important how you look. It's very important where you look, what you look, what you see. It's very important that your appearance should be good. Very particular, they spend lots of time in improving their appearances. This is the minimum. Then they have a method by which he called the medias. The country speaks or manifests through the medias. And the medias have to have a training. Every country has its speciality, one better than the other. And when you see all of them, you find they lack discretion completely. Also, in our speech, in our expression of literature, expression of poetry, expression of our relationships with others. Any kind of expression requires discretion, which is a deep-seated knowledge or wisdom. If in the West people were not so much outside, they would have been much better off, I think. If, supposing in England, people don't become punks, then others will laugh at them. And they'll think that this man has no money to become a punk. So kind of a fashion that sets in a society of that kind, which has no discretion and which is very outward. Fashions won't work out in countries where they are deeply rooted into traditions and into proper understanding of life. Of course, the countries which have been very ancient, have been traditionally trying to improve themselves with error and trial methods, have developed much better discretion, much better understanding. But the countries which are not gone through all that ordeal, have not worked out, have not gone through that discipline, lack in discretion. And that's why many of the people, though they are of very deep seeking, have gone astray. If they had discretion, they would not have gone astray, they would not have gone to wrong places, but the discretion was missing. So, it comes to the discretion how to use your Ida Nadi and Pingala. And discretion to understand what is good and what is bad. Now let us see the Ida Nadi. Ida Nadi is very important because the discretion in this can only come through traditional understanding. Ida Nadi starts from the Ganesha's point, Muladhara. So first we miss the biggest support, the biggest help, the biggest nourishment of holiness and auspiciousness at Muladhara, if we have no discretion. We always take the thing which is detrimental to our growth and also which may destroy us, not only us but the whole country. We like people who are destructive when there is no discretion. Discretion means that you must choose the things which are good for, which are benevolent, which are good for the collective, which are good